In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the best reselling categories in 2026. Pre-warning, some of you aren't going to like this, and if you don't, get in the bin. So I'm going to be ranking them across 4 different criteria. First up, profitability. Realistically, how much profit are you going to be able to make from each of these types of items? Secondly, how easy are they to actually source? Are they something that you don't come across that often, or are they just going to be coming in a constant flow? 3, storage and shipping. How easy are they to store, and how easy are they to pack up and get shipped off? And finally, the 4th one, competition level. How competitive is that category? Do you barely find them because everyone's already taken them, or are they a little bit of a hidden gem? Quick rule before we start. This is based entirely on my own opinion. I've been reselling for 6 months, so I'm in no way an expert. Some of these categories I haven't actually sold before, but I've got a lot of friends in the industry who have, so I'm just taking their word from it. So yeah, some of them I may have messed up on. By the end of the day, it's my list, so my rules. But if you really think I have messed up, then drop a comment down below. I'm all ears, and I'm up for hearing a little bit of a debate as to why you think I'm wrong. But I'm not going to be, because it's my list. Right, let's get into it. So firstly, I'm going to go through the tier list itself. So at the bottom here, we've got get in the bin. So this is just, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Above that, you've got will sit in storage. Basically something that you get, it's going to be there for quite a while. It's not going to move quickly. Above that, we've got a slow burner. So something that will and should eventually sell, but might take a little bit longer. Above that, getting to the top now, we've got bread and butter. These are bread and butter purchases, the ones that aren't going to break the bank and make you a millionaire. However, they're going to be consistent, they're going to be good. These are realistically the ones that you look for most of the time. And then right at the top, we've got the holy fuck. And these are just some great categories that are going to do well. Right, let's just crack on in. So some of these are actually hard to see because I tried to get pictures of all, so I apologize if you can't see very well. First up, we have, I believe that is band tees. Okay, one item that or category that I haven't really dabbled into that much, but it is something that I want to start searching for, and I'm gonna look for them through a few sourcing methods. Car boot, one of the main ones, and vintage sniping, and also reaching out to people on Facebook Marketplace and just Facebook in general, I think. But from a lot of people that I know within the industry, it's gonna go in holy fuck, because oh my god, the money to be made off some is crazy. And if you find them, yeah, holy fuck, you're making a lot of money. Okay, next up, hype sneakers. This is where it gets a little bit interesting, right? Oh, right at the get-go. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but gone are the days of flipping hyped sneakers, trainers, whatever you wanna call them, for a high profit. You know, I remember getting the Jordan Fragments on release day and making 1K profit. You know, crazy, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen these days. The new Travis Scotts, the new whatevers are coming out. You make a little bit off them, but nothing like that. And I actually think that flipping trainers can be good if you do it well. If you do it through vintage, like vintage sniping or lots, you can sell pretty well and pretty quickly. It depends. I think if it's hype items that you get on release day, could be a slow burner, but it could be bread and butter. It could be bread and butter. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm gonna put it in bread and butter because I think that you can make a good bit of money from buying sneakers low. Obviously, all of these, if you can buy it low enough, it's gonna sell. It's gonna do well. No, I'm gonna move it. Slow burner, slow burner. Trainers just aren't hitting the same. Maybe I should have had another one, which is just shoes. Oh well. Anyway, next we've got cameras. Cameras, interesting. I once bought a big job lot with some vintage cameras in, and yeah, I made a good bit of money off it. I think depending on the models, if you know your stuff, you'll know which ones to find and you'll be able to flip them well. But I do think that some of the more vintage ones, again, can be a bit of a slow burner because you've got to have somebody very specific. And I know people are going to be jumping me in the comments like, I just sell cameras and I make an absolute fortune and they sell straight away. But based on the criteria that we have, you know, how easy is it to source? You know, how competitive is it? I think it can be a slow burner. I think it's a slow burner. Okay, jeans or denim. Denim in general we've got here. I mean, again, if you find something great, like a really nice denim Y2K piece or something, then great. But for me, will sit in storage. Just jeans, Levi's, Dickies, Carhartts. not flying like they used to. Okay, interesting. So here we've got retro gaming consoles specifically. I think I've got games specifically coming up later. These here are the consoles. In my opinion, it's a bit of a tricky one. Always a worry that they're going to be broken. Always a worry that they're going to get damaged during transport. But if you find some rare ones at a cheap price, you can make a good bit of money. And I know loads of people flipping them, and there's really, really high demand. I want to put that in bread and butter. I think it could go into holy fuck, to be honest. But I don't think there's as much profit to be made as, say, like picking up a Banty for a £5 and it being worth 400. I don't think you've got that much. And then also with the storage, that's another thing that comes into it. Storing a Banty versus storing a big console and testing it and all the other things that come along with it. Yeah, bit of not much of an issue. Gym wear. Okay, interesting. I know a few people that sell gym wear and they do well, but in my opinion, it's going in the get in the bin. I just think you can sell some brands really well, but some, I don't know, do people want everyone's sweaty gym clothes? I don't know, but it's going in get in the bin. Not for me, not for me. Next, we've got designer handbags. Interesting. One of my gal pals, she buys from Fleek and then sells all legit when they come. She legit checks them, and she only sells like vintage and luxury handbags, and she makes a bit of a killing from it. So I think if you find the right one, I think it's going in bread and butter. If you find the right sauce, bread and butter. Okay, what have we got here? Pins and like badges. So interestingly, I bought in a video, if you want to watch it, just up here, go click on it, go watch that. It's quite an interesting one. But basically I bought a load of vintage McDonald's pins. I spent 600 quid on it. And yeah, my experience through it, this was a bit of a test to see, a bit of an interesting test. And I'm gonna put it in, will sit in storage. Although I have profited quite nicely from it, a lot of it did sit. I had to find one specific person that wanted a lot of them, and they bought like, I'd say 75% of the bulk of it, not the really good ones. I basically divided it into singles that'll sell well and bulk that I'll put in a bigger bulk lot. And this guy from South Korea bought the bulk lot, and I basically I made my profit back just on the bulk lot, and then I'm selling singular pins that I know are really popular for like £20 a piece. Some like an Indiana Jones pin went for £20. So I think yes, will sit in storage, but like very specific popular ones will fly, and those ones can go in the holy fuck maybe. Next we've got like homeware. I've sold a few homeware pieces in the past. I got a liquidation pallet and I've sold quite a few bits. My issue is storage and shipping. Shipping, more hassle, costs more chance of it breaking, even when you package it well. And storage, it's just bulky. If you sell a coffee machine, if you sell paintings, if you sell, what else have I got? I don't know, just it takes up a lot of space. It's going to get in the bin. It's not for me. Hype items like Palace and Supreme. Interesting one. This might ruffle some feathers because I think gone are the days of, like I said with the trainers, similar vibe, hype items, not selling. But if you can find them for a low price and flip them higher, maybe through vintage sniping, it's not bad. But it's going slow burner. I haven't found as much profit in that as, say, some other things. And actually, I'm going to move on. I've made a decision. I'm going to move slow burner trainers and maybe make it trainers in general, not hyped, just trainers, from slow burner to bread and butter, because thinking about it, when you know what shoes flip quickly and well, you target them and you flip them in a week. And I've found like Merrell sandals, some specific types, Solomon running shoes or hiking shoes in general from good brands, flipping well. Flipping well, that sounds cool. So that's going in bread and butter. Jewelry, okay, one that I haven't really dabbled in too much. I think there's an issue of authenticity. There's an issue of people trying to scam you maybe, but the positives, really small to store. But I think you've got to be very knowledgeable about jewelry to get into this market. Personally, for me, it's not a huge interest and I don't want to get into it because I feel like it's so deep, but I feel like it can be a holy fuck. Maybe you need like a specific buyer, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the will sit in storage. I might move that because I'm not too sure. Okay, here we've got laptops, phones, tablets, electronics. Again, similar to like the consoles maybe, but I'd say maybe less. I'm gonna put it in slow burner because I know some phones can flip for quite a lot, But I just think there's always the issue of like testing when you've bought it. You know, you don't know if you're gonna, like, say you're buying it from a car boot, what if it doesn't work? You know, and I guess for the jewelry, it's like, it's the might be fake, you never really know. So yeah, I'm gonna put it there. I think it is a slow burner. Could even go in the will sit in storage, but I'll leave it for now. What have we got? Okay, so this is video games. This so far has been my most popular and quick selling category. I'm gonna put it in the holy fuck, not because there's so much profit to be made, but because the ease of getting it cheap and the ease of flipping it higher is really easy. It's easy to post, it's easy to store. If it works, it works. Like, it's that simple. There's not really much testing to do. And you can find pieces and items for like a 5 or a tenner and flip it for 25, 30 quid. You're not making hundreds and hundreds of pounds off one item unless you find some rare, I don't know, Pokémon game or rare PS2 horror game. But yeah, for me, it's going in the holy fuck. Football jerseys. Okay, this is an interesting one, and people might disagree with me here, but I think it's very saturated now. I know a lot of these markets are because they're popular ones, but I do think that football jerseys, everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it, but you can make a lot of money from it, especially if you find some really vintage ones. I know you can make a fortune. I'm gonna put that in the holy fuck, because I know there's a lot of money to be made from it if you find the right ones. And I know at car boots, charity shops, you can find some absolute gems. So I want to put that there. Okay, so we've got vintage track jackets and like sportswear. So like, I don't know, Asics and Nike ones. And I mean, I love this category. I wear this category quite a lot and I really like it, but it just doesn't do well. Unfortunately, it's a real shame because I bloody love it. I think it's sick. Books. Okay, another one that I've dabbled in. Again, if you find the right books, it's great. Storage is an issue. They're heavy to ship out, so it can cost a lot. I know you can make a lot from it. I'm gonna put slow burner. It's not getting the bin. I guess it's between slow burner and will sit in storage. But I know people like their kind of, you know, old vintage books. Vinyls. Okay, I love vinyls. I haven't had any luck selling them. I find that, again, you've got the issue of shipping. You've got to have all the proper shipping, packaging for them. You've got to, when you're buying them, it's the testing, it's the making sure they are in good nick. And the prices drop from, like, if something's like mint to then good, the price drops massively between that, especially for collectors. But I know you can make a good bit of money if you find like a gem. I'm gonna come back to it. That. That's an interesting one. Oh no, I've got to just do it now, don't I? Oh, people are gonna like me. Okay, I'm gonna put it in bread and butter because I do know a lot of people that we work with that are record sellers and they do really well. So I'm gonna keep it at that. Next up, we've got cycle gear. Oh, okay. I'm a cyclist. Yes, I love cycling, and I started buying cycle wear for cheap. And oh my God, you can make a killing from it. It's crazy. Like, no, I don't think anybody would have put this as a category apart from me, but you can buy like a Rafa bib ties for like a tenner on Vinted in good nick and sell them for 60. Same with the jersey, it's crazy. They're gonna go in, oh, don't put it in holy fuck because yeah, it's going there for now. This might change. I think I've got 2 Y2K ones here. I'm gonna ignore that one. Right, so we're going Y2K. There's 2 Y2K ones. Silly me, I put 2 images of Y2K. Y2K, okay, get in the bin. I don't need to say anything else. What have we got here? Vintage Carhartt jackets, or just vintage jackets maybe. Interesting. Good time of year. Well, when it's a good time of year, they'll go really well. Harder to find, baggy and bulky to store. But I think it's gonna go bread and butter. I think it's one of those things that can do well. Sports memorabilia. I think it's hard to find. I think you need very specific buyers. Will sit in storage. Vintage dresses. So this is like women's wear. It's not that I'm not into women's wear. I just don't buy it as much because I don't know brands as well. I don't know what to look out for. Maybe I need some of the girlies, like, or maybe some of the men that are just specialize in the women's wear sections to drop some comments and let me know what to look out for, because I'm not too knowledgeable in it. But I have seen a lot of people selling the vintage dresses a lot, and holy hell, they sell for a lot. It's gonna go in slow burner. Probably wrong there. Okay. Pokemon cards, we're here. Or TCG, trading card games, right? Love Pokemon stuff. I love selling Pokemon games. They flip for a fortune or for like a lot. Pokemon cards now. I think this is, for me, it's just the bubble's gonna pop. No one's, all these, it's right. It reminds me of when in post-COVID, everyone started opening up their sneaker stores. They did it online over COVID. We came out of COVID, everyone opened up a sneaker store. They were gone in a year because nobody wanted them anymore. People spent all the money during COVID on them and then went out the window. And people are doing the exact same with Pokemon stores or trading card game stores. It's gonna happen again. I so see it in 2-3 years. You know, like it might be a bit longer than maybe the sneaker kind of pop, but I really think it's gonna have the same and you're gonna start seeing trading card game shops close. And I like it. I think they're great. I think compared to the sneaker ones, like it's a great place for people to meet up and play card games and stuff. Like I'm all for it, like a bit of a community hub, so for it. I think the vibes is great and I just think it's a great thing to add to a community. But for selling, I think you've got the issue of fakes. You've got the issue of quality and condition of them. You've got to be knowledgeable about them, especially like picking up fakes, and people know it. So you don't get many steals anymore. You're not finding somebody's binder from, you know, the year 2000, like base set Pokemon cards, like without them knowing that it's worth thousands probably. So I'm actually going to put it in get in the bin. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just my opinion. Vintage leather jackets. I love leather jackets, and I think it's going to go in the same as jackets. No, it's going to go in slow burner. I think, sorry, I love leather jackets, but they've got to be dropped to slow burner because I just think you've got way more chance of selling like a workwear jacket or another type of vintage jacket than a leather. Okay, oh, interesting. Hiking and outdoor wear. It's going in, holy fuck. I really think it's one of the categories, in my opinion, to get into right now. I know people that are starting to sell more of it and really hone in on it. I think you've got summer coming to an end and you've got winter coming in. So you've got all the hiking brands, like hiking shoes, hiking boots, tops, gilets, rain jackets, base layers, all of that is going to start popping off. Trousers, like waterproof trousers and stuff like that, can just start doing so well. And get away from like Arc'teryx and all these one fake brands and two just overly saturated in the market brands, and start looking for like some of the actual like outdoor brands. And I know Arc'teryx is, but it's become a fashion outdoor brand, like with the whole Gorp core kind of trend. Focus on the actual outdoor ones, and I think that's where the money's to be made. But I think great category to hone in on. Okay, next we've got action figures and toys. Again, I've sold a few bits and pieces here and there. I know you can find quite a few at Car Boots. It's one category that people don't, you've got to have a lot of knowledge for, but sourcing, you can often source them and get them cheap, because a lot of people selling them don't know. It's kind of one of those categories. Like everyone knows about vintage gaming consoles. Everyone knows about like trading card games, vintage football shirts. Nobody really knows about like action figures. Like they might have one from like the 70s, but they won't be like, oh, this is worth a fortune. But I know some people, I think he's called the Yorkshire Picker. Good lad. I've seen him a few times at the Car Boots up in Leeds. And yeah, he that's what he sells a lot of the time. He started getting into Pokemon cards, interestingly, and I know he's making a fortune from it. He needs to give me some advice. I have no idea, but yeah, I know you can make a good bit of money from it. The only issue is sourcing, damage to them. Like, it's an action figure; they're meant to be played with, and they probably have been. So the condition probably won't be as good. I'm gonna put it in bread and butter, and it might move up. We'll see. Next, jorts, get in the bin. Same as Y2K, all these trends are gone. And I wear jorts. I like wearing jorts. They're comfortable. I don't like little short chinos. Not for me. Cover these chicken legs up. But I bought a big lot of jorts and I've lost money on them. Just no money in them. And it's summer as well. It's the perfect time to sell them. And I've taken good photos, everything. Just like a few pairs. You've got to find like some brands, but even like South Pole ones that I've seen as like pretty good ones, they just haven't sold and I've lost money on them. Crazy. What have we got here? Lego, interesting. So I know that like Lego sets can be worth a fortune, especially when like they've gone out of production, like old ones. But again, hard to source. It all needs to be there. And I ain't checking through hundreds and hundreds of pieces of Lego to make sure it's all there. Like go to a car boot and someone might say, yeah, all the pieces are there. But who knows? You just don't know. And I think the issue is that you sell it to somebody, then they would want to return it, and also like it comes in big boxes, it's pretty bulky to ship. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't actually. It's not a will sit in storage because I'm sure it will sell, but I think just with the issues, it's going in like the A, B, C, D tier, pretty low down. Sorry, Lego friends. Watches, same. I don't know much about watches. I know if you find them, I don't know where, you need a lot of money to be able to buy them in the first place, but I know you can sell them for a lot, and I know they go for a hell of a lot of money, but I think there's issues with authenticity, there's issues with finding them, sourcing them. So I'm gonna go this tier again, and we got Y2K again, and that's gonna go there. Interesting. Right, what have we got? Do I want any movers? Are there any movers here? So in get in the bin, we've got gym wear, homeware, Y2K, jorts, Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers there. Will sit in storage, so like pretty low down. We've got pins and denim. They are actually will sit in storage. And then I think, and so is the track jackets. But then I think these other four things are actually more, they'll move, but they're just harder to source, harder to find. And then other issues of like shipping or authenticity, they're there. Slow burners, yeah, I think some of these are actually slow burners. I think some of the hyped items do take a bit longer to sell. Cameras, same, you've got to find the right person. And then I think books too, maybe vintage and jackets, sorry, vintage dresses and jackets. And then with that one, it's the risk of it not working and sourcing them. Bread and butter, yeah, I think I'm actually happy with my bread and butter ones. I think gaming consoles can source them well and sell well. Same with handbags, if you can find them authenticity-wise. Trainers, definitely. Vinyl, yes. Yeah, completely agree with that one. Okay, let's see the holy fuck. Are we moving anything? We've got band tees. Yeah, I think you can, like, I know people that source them quite regularly and they can go for a hell of a lot. Games, again, maybe you won't be making top dollar on some of them, but the ability to source them, I'm buying on like Vinted and other places like 10 a day and then like double to triple in money on them. It's good. Football jerseys, yeah, I think again, easy to source. Moving down to bread and butter. I don't think it's as good as some of the others. Cycle gear, yeah, I'm keeping it there. I think most people are going to be like screaming at me about that because, oh yeah, I don't know. I just think I've made a good bit of money from reselling some like Rafa gear and other bits and pieces. And then hiking gear, I think it's gonna be a big seller. I think come winter, it's gonna be a great category. I think it's really coming up. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you disagree on. I'm very sure people are going to be hating me in the comments right now, completely disagreeing. And also drop a comment and let me know if I've left any categories out that you sell. And let me know what those categories are and where you'd put it on this list. I'd be really intrigued. And yeah, make sure to like the video, drop a follow, and I'm going to be bringing out lots more tier listing videos because I just think they're a good laugh. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. But yeah, see you in the next one.